Cam. Good to see you, Charlie. Good to see you, Gene. All right, good. Welcome aboard, everyone. All right, good, good. Looks like we got everything running. Brad, everything. All right, good. Sorry about guys, that a little delay. I had to just posted up another YouTube video on the Netflix. I mean, not Netflix. I'm sorry, NVIDIA. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but I just posted up that new little video. If you are subscribed to our channel, you should probably be getting that alert on what has been going on. I did a good video yesterday, and I wanted to pick up where I left off. So I just posted it just now. So when you get a chance, watch it when we're done. All right, but the main goals, what we're going to focus on is tariffs, okay? And how these day trades will navigate into the volatility of today's markets, how they turn to swing trades, into long-term trades. But the big talk right now is the tariffs. We all week last week, we were talking about Elon Musk, laying off and with Doge and firing all the employees, asking them, which I think is going to cause a lot of unemployment numbers going to go up because of it. And we already know there's going to be a lot of buyouts. And remember, that's one of the biggest things that control inflation, interest rates, all that stuff. But I think the next biggest thing is going to be tariffs. And I'm definitely going to do a video on that too, I think, once we're done here. But let's talk about and give you guys a little head start what to look at. But before I do that, just a quick look, warning. I'm not making any guarantees or promises. Works for everyone. It's only strictly educational, and all our students are case-by-case basis. But please keep in mind there's a very high risk in trading, so please be very wise before you go out there and make an investment in the market, and only lose when you can afford to lose. All right. So a couple things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about, like we always do, how to follow the big money. I'm going to show you exactly what tools that we use and the best times to trade, the worst times to trade, how to develop an overall best trading system that will work for you. I'll show you exactly how I've done it and how I was trained here in New York. And mainly the biggest mistake that people make is money management. Remember, the winners take care of themselves. It's the losers that most of us are having the issues with. And I'll show you how to do that. Now, before we move forward, also one last thing. For everybody sticking around to the end of today's presentation, I'm going to give you our #1 bestseller of how to beat market makers at our own game. If you haven't got my book yet, I'm going to give it to all of you as a gift. If you want to contribute $47, go buy it on Amazon. If you want it for free, I'm going to give it to you at the end of today's event. Okay. So with that, how is the Trump tariffs helping? Is it hurting? Has it hurting the economy? Well, let me bring up the execution system and let me show you what I got going on here in the market. All right. So can everyone see my screen okay? Everybody see the execution? All right. So basically, perfect. Now the market, let me just bring up the Dow right here. You can see right here that here's last year, and you see how I'm sorry, this was yesterday. That's not what I want to show you. I want to show you this chart right here. So, oops. Expand that. Okay, that's the clock. So anyway, here's a big move right here. You can see the Dow's got major resistance levels around 4,500. And you could see that when he got elected back here in November, we went to about 42,000. And we've been having a tough time, and the stock now market's about to dwindle down. So remember, Wall Street is always ahead of everybody else. Now, if you follow the S&P 500, you could see pretty much the same thing. As things are starting to dwindle down, things are not looking too good for the market, which is perfectly healthy. Now, there are a lot of stocks that took very big hits. If you follow us, we do trade Bitcoin here. You could see right here that Bitcoin has also taken a hit. This is the iShares of it. NVIDIA, you could see from yesterday, big earnings announcements. And once again, I just posted that video. If you want to know more about what I see on NVIDIA, that video will kind of explain it. But you can see how that's been dragging down the market. It really hasn't gone anywhere. And pretty much everything across the board. Tesla had a really good run after Trump getting elected, working side by side with him from 250, went to almost 500. It is literally coming down every single day. Not looking good for Tesla too. But what the tariffs are going to do is, it's going to put a lot of pressure on companies to draw them to come to the United States. I don't know if you heard, but Eli Lilly just signed. They're opening up a $50 billion plant over here in the United States. A lot of their drugs are made over there. Apple signed a $500 billion deal that they're going to bring a lot of their stuff here because they don't want to get that stuff stuck over there. Plus, with those tariffs at 25%, imagine buying a cell phone and now you're paying, let's say it's $1,000. Now you're paying, $1,250. Let me tell you, the profit margins, obviously they know where that sweet spot is and they don't want to take that hit and pass down to consumer. So these tariffs are obviously causing a lot. The good thing about you is that it does cause volatility in the market. So we just got to know how to trade it. That's basically, and we'll talk a little bit about it. So with the tariffs, is it good? Is it bad? Is it going to make gold go up? Is it going to make the currencies go up? How's it going to affect cars, chips, pharmaceuticals, all that stuff? Well, we talked about the NVIDIA just now, and we saw that it just had some earnings, and they were kind of flat. And NVIDIA has really been the pioneer and the go-to stock that controls the market. It's been like that for the past 2 years. It used to be Google and Microsoft and all those, but NVIDIA has really been taking it because of the AI. But regarding about what we're going to look at and what we need to focus on, which we're going to talk about in the next few moments, is that what drives these stocks that go up and go down are buyers and sellers. So what I want to show you here is the NVIDIA trade. And you're going to see this on the video that I posted, but I'm going to explain it better for you being here. Now, going back to NVIDIA, let me bring this up over here. Where's NVIDIA? NVIDIA. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So for everyone here, what does NVIDIA look like it's doing? Is it going up or is it going down? I want to ask everybody a very simple question. I want to make sure everybody's paying attention. What does NVIDIA look like it's doing? Up or down? Unchanged, Charles is saying. Okay. All right. From what you see on the chart, that's what you're seeing. Tom said it's going down. William said it's going down. Who else we got in here? Anna, what about you? Andrew, Brian, Brad says consolidating. All right. Gary said it's going down. All right. Now, the question that you're going to learn right now is this. This is what we're going to lead on and we're going to learn in the next 30, 40 minutes. What makes the stock go up and down, everyone? Carmine, what about you? What do you think? What makes stocks go up and go down? Is it a moving average? Is it an RSI? Is it a Bollinger Band? Is it a MACD? I don't know. What is it? Oh, look at all the answers that are coming in there. By the way, some of you have your chat to host and panelist on top of where it says to. Just make sure you have it to everyone. So you're telling me, and I always like to start off this way, it's not the Bollinger Band, the MACD, the RSI, the moving average, the candlestick. No, it's buyers and sellers, right? It's orders. Okay. Well, what I want to show you right here is what we're about to learn. Here are the orders. And what you're looking at right here, now follow me very closely because I want to point this out to you. The stock right now is trading here around 126. And you see these lines right here? You got a 1.3 million shares at 140, 1.6 at 145, 2.6 million at 150. I don't know about you, but do you see any million share buyers anywhere down here? Yes or no? You see any big, deep, thick, bloody lines on there? I don't see it. I'm going, and this is only for today. And by the way, this is called program trading, what you're seeing. And right down here is when the market opened up. Here's 9:30. And you can see how the stock just literally went down. So I don't see any buyers and sellers. So listen, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you learn, but I'm not going to act like I'm any smarter than anyone here. But at the end of the day, I am not smarter, and neither are you, than those millions of shares that are sitting at those prices. You just all agreed, like I agree. The way things go up is supply and demand, buyers and sellers. Do you see buyers and sellers out there? Hell, I don't. And if you don't, then what do you think? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? Now, listen, at any moment in time, it could change. Buyers could all of a sudden pop up and want to buy the stock, but I don't see them out there as of right now. I didn't see them as of yesterday. And I didn't see them out there before, okay? But I do see them now, and that is one shitload of sellers out there at those numbers. So That's what makes support resistance. Now, let me just implement one last thing before I go into more detail for you. Let me just clear this out. Let me just educate you something that is really going to impress you. Let me just clear these drawings out. And let me bring up the chart one more time. Here's the video. I want to draw a trend line. Here's 150. Oops. That's 150. That's 145. That's 140. Okay. And we could see we're trading right here, right? And I'm not seeing, I see support levels back here at 115. I see support levels down here at 105. Now, look what happens when I put both of them together. You see 150? That is program trading. Those orders are still out there as of today. 145, not as much, but as 140, but they're out there. But when we go down here at the bottom where we looked at 115, 105, not as so much. Not so much. So, fellow traders, what do you think the stock looks like it's doing? Do you see more buyers or more sellers out there? What do you think? More sellers, right, Carmine? Well, as of right now, listen, I am just going what the future is telling me. You know how many people are still, depending on the past? Oh, but we're at support levels. At support levels. Let me explain something to you. Support levels do not exist unless the buyers are out there. That's the way we look at it. So let me tell you a little bit about myself for some of you don't know who I am. Okay. My name is Fausto Pugliese. I'm the founder of Cyber Trade University. I started this company 35 years ago. We're the longest running school in the industry. I've competed against every school in the world. I beat everyone in the industry. I could have been a bigger time champion, but obviously I don't want my ego to it was not necessary. Okay. That doesn't make you money. What makes you money is, can I teach you? And that's what I'm about to do. But I can tell you this. This is how I personally learned. The way I've learned how to be a good trader is I live here in New York. It's the financial capital of the world. And I surrounded myself with great traders. Okay. You want to be good at something? You work for a company, you want to work for a good company, not a bad company. But that's what we do here at Cyber Trade University. And that's how I learned. Now, my goal, the way I've learned and what I'm here to do today is I'm looking to invite all of you guys to come into my professional trading room. And let me just share that with you. This is our trading room. Right now, they're looking at a stock right here, IBIO. And over here on the left-hand side, you can see these are all the traders, okay? They're from all over the world. And I'm going to invite all of you guys to come in here because what you're seeing right here is exactly how I was trained 35 years ago. The way you become a good trader is you got to surround yourself with good traders and you got to be part of a team. If you're sitting at home by yourself, trying to figure out on your own, you're wasting your time. Okay. It's like trying to start a business. Oh, I'm going to start a business. I don't know. I'm just going to go on the internet. Well, before you start a business, should you go work for somebody first and see if you're good at it or know it? Learn the mistakes, because that's how you learn, because mistakes cost money. So that's how I personally learn. And that's what I'm going to do with you. I want to invite all of you guys to be part of that team. Now, I'm also a big contributor at Nasdaq. I've been on all financial stations. And reason why I've been a big speaker at Nasdaq, I'm going to show you exactly what they want you to learn. I'm going to teach you level 3 and level 4 quotes. Okay. I'm going to show you all that good stuff. But my goal today is doing this. The reason why I'm here today is I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to badger you. I am here because I'm looking for traders that can be part of my team. So I don't know if you have it in you, if you're going to pay attention, which I'm going to find out in the next few moments. But if you understand what I'm doing, I'm going to invite all of you guys to come into that trading room because I'm always looking for new traders to be part of my team. Now, let me explain something to you. A lot of you here are probably not qualified, and that's okay. And I'm going to let you know if you are or you're not. I know as much you might want to make this to be successful, but that's okay. It might not. But let us tell you, then you trying to figure out the hard way. And the hard way is blowing up your account. Now, this is not about me. I'm not here to brag about myself or about the traders. This is about you. And this is about you if this is something that you can do. So I'm going to talk about how trading is, what we call the KISS method. Keep it super simple. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what kind of trader are you? Okay. Are you a day trader? Are you a stock trader, an option trader, a futures trader? Now, I know there's a lot of great traders out there, but just because you're doing something, it might not be your style. Okay. So, and you have to ask yourself, how long were you trading for? How long you been doing this for? Is it working? Because let me explain something to you. There are some of you here that have been trading for a while and are still not making money doing it. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but if I hired an employee to work for me and he can't make money after he's not doing well after 3 months, he's got to go. I can't keep paying somebody. So just kind of let everybody know, if you're doing something and you're not seeing it, you're making progress, obviously you were not trained right, or it's just not your style, but that's okay. Now, let's talk about some stocks that did make some moves and want to see if you found them. Okay. Because this is probably going to answer your question. If you haven't, you're still looking at the wrong spot. Did you guys see the stock ATCH? Let me start off with that one. Stock was up 450% in one day. You could see here at 7 o'clock in the morning in pre-market, ran from $3 to $5. Then the market opened up and went from 5 to 13 in less than an hour. Did anybody here trade that? Deborah, you didn't trade it. Okay. Deborah's being honest. That's fine. That's what I want to hear. Matt, you didn't see it. But we all saw NVIDIA, right? We all saw Tesla. We all saw Microsoft. Okay. William said he watched it. That's good. At least you got somewhere. Okay. Good. Well, I don't know about you guys, but by the way, all these stocks that we talk about, we broadcast live. We practice what we preach. They're on our X. They're on our Telegram. They're on our Instagram. You could see these are the traders over here on the left-hand side. You can see these are the ones that actually traded it. You get to meet all these people. There's the YouTube video if you guys want to go out there and subscribe to the channel, and you could see all these stocks that we traded. Okay. I even got a better one. MLGO. Did anybody see this stock? 9:30 in the morning, ran from $3 to $10 in, over the course of about a few hours. Did anybody trade that one? 900% in one day. This is day trading at its best. Matt says no. It would have been nice, right? But what, William? Charles would be nice. Deborah, no. And that's okay. That's okay. What I want you to let you know, they're not unicorns. I heard of it, but I never seen one. No. You heard about it, and you're going to see them because they're there every day, okay? Just like there's one right now in our trading room we're talking about right now. Stock, I'll show it to you right now. Here's one that they're trading right now. BCG. Did anybody see this one this morning? BCG, they're talking about it right now in the trading room. No. Let me show you more of a simple chart. Let me bring it up. Let me fix this. First of all, let me get all these indicators because they're confusing me. BCG right here is in the big percentage gainers. It's up about 180%. Since 7 o'clock this morning, it ran from 220, which was less than an hour ago. And right now it's at 520. Okay. And here you are looking at some stock and like, why didn't I find this stock? How did you know about it? This is the good news. We're going to fix that problem because you're in the right spot. All right. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let me move this back and let me move on. So long, short, there's a lot of stocks you could make money going on both sides. Okay. You had APP that had a big tank. You had Tesla that went down. What's the big difference between these and the other ones? They're a hell of a lot more expensive. Okay. Donut was actually pretty good on a short yesterday. That one was pretty good. That went from $7 down to $6. So we do play both sides of the market. So you don't have to always look at the positive of it going up. You could also make money on the negative on these stocks. Now, every morning, I know some of you here probably watched me, but we're here every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. We broadcast all these stocks that are making big moves, every one of them. Okay. We're live every morning at 9 o'clock and at 2:30. But the better thing we're going to do is we're going to invite all of you to come join that trading room all day long. Okay. So just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, the thing that I want you to understand is a lot of traders that I've learned and I teach always are looking backwards. Okay. I need to teach you how to read forward. And the forward is you need to follow the money. There are things that call algorithms, high frequency trades, dark pools. I'm going to teach you everything what they are. How do I know this technology? Because it's even older than me. It's been around for about 50 years now. And the problem is some of you are hearing for the first time and probably wonder, well, how did I not know about this data? Well, the question comes down to is this: who really trained you? So let's start off talking about something called Nasdaq Book Viewer, what I like to call level 3. So I want to do a quick poll really quick right here. And the poll is this. You see the poll come up. Now, does anyone here have access to level 3 quotes or Nasdaq Book Viewer? Just give me a yes or no. We'll do a quick poll here. By the way, talking about Krispy Kreme, I got my Krispy Kreme donut here. Coffee. Love that cup. Coffee's terrible though. All right. So we're almost there. By the way, don't be, if you're a student of mine, don't answer this question. Okay. All right. I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to share the results and look how many of you said no. Now, let me explain something to you. This is very important now. Okay. I need you to pay attention. What you're about to see right now, for some of you who haven't heard of it, are going to be extremely, it's going to be very disturbing, because you're going to realize you've been trading blind from the day you place an order out there. This is what I could promise you. So follow very carefully. I'm going to teach you how this stuff works. All right. So what you're seeing right here on the Nasdaq market is Nasdaq controls about 50% of all the shares that trade in a stock. So you have a seat on the exchange. You're going to see every order out there in the entire world that are trading every stock that you're in. You're going to see every buyer at every price and every order that's out there. You're going to see every seller at every price, every share, and how many orders are out there. You're going to see everything. Okay. Now, the problem with this is that some people look at it and they might say, well, there's so many numbers. It's moving too fast. I don't know what I'm looking at it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to eliminate 95% of the orders you do not see. But I just want you to understand before we move forward, and you got to listen to me carefully, because this is where it's shocking. You're seeing the right of the chart. You all want to know, if you had to buy a house and everyone's bidding on it, how great would it be if you knew where all the buyers and sellers are on that house? Because then you'll know if you're wasting your time or you're not overpaying for it. This is what you're seeing in the stock market. And this is what's very disturbing, is like, how do you not have this data? So let me show you how we utilize it and we use it in trading. We're looking at a stock, IBIT. Okay. And you could see IBIT went from $50 all the way down to about 47. Now, when it hit 47.50, it went right back up to 49. Why did the stock pick the number right around 47.50? Why didn't it stop at 48? Why 47? Where did this number come from, 47.50? Well, when you look at the orders on the exchange, there's a lot of orders out there. And I know that's kind of hard to see, but this 6-digit number right here that you see right there is this number right there. Can everyone tell me how many shares is that? I want to see if you're all paying attention right now. How many shares are looking to be bought at 47.36? Matthew, very good. Thank you very much. All right. Let me show you something here. Do you know how much money that is? 421,000 times, what is that? 47.30. Talking over almost $20 million worth of stock. Now, is that a lot? Well, it's a hell of a lot more than 800 share buyers. The 4,000 shares, you're talking 400,000. Anyone here putting 400,000 share on an idea? How many shares you trading? Let's be honest. Deborah, how many shares you're trading on the average, would you say? Irving, Carmine, Matthew, what about, there's so many people in here. 120, 1,000. Think about this for a second. This 400,000. This ain't 3, 5, 500,000. So do you think you know more than the 400,000 share buyer out there? I mean, think about it. That's not pocket change right there. Right. So whose side would you rather be on? You definitely want to be on my side because I'm not trading 400,000. You want to be on those people's sides. And by the way, that's only 2 people out there that make up that order. So read between the lines, fellow traders. Now, let me explain something to you. And by the way, you got a lot more of this. Let me show you another example. Okay, here's a seller, Palantir. I don't know if you guys watch me on social media, but I was a huge, huge fan of Palantir. Okay, but then all of a sudden, news came out that the CEO wanted to sell $1 billion worth of stock. Okay, how do we know he was real? Well, from what I could see here, when that stock capped out at 125, you could see it ran from 125 in a matter of 2 days, 3 days. It went down to 88. Look at the big seller out here on the sell side for 94,000 shares. Okay. Now, did anyone here trade Palantir or heard about it and seen what happened lately? Took a huge dive. Wouldn't it be nice to know if we saw those sellers out there? How much nicer would it be out right now at 125 than finding out that now it's at 88, right? By the way, has it ever happened to anybody? Deborah says, unfortunately, I'm in at 95. Well, have you been watching my channel? Deborah, are you following me on Cybertrade University on social media? We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, okay, Telegram, everything. Did not trade Palantir. Well, Gerald, I'm using Palantir just as an example. Since Monday's webinar, great. Okay, well, 95 was not a very good price to own it at. First of all, there was no buyers out there at 95. Okay, you could see it even right here. No buyers are out there. You want to know where it is? We'll get to it. All right. So, but the thing you have to understand is stocks go up and down due to buyers and sellers. That's where it comes down to, buyers and sellers. Let's look at a couple of more examples. Kava, pop from earnings this week, right? Stock had a good pop, went up. But then it started retracing, started going down. Well, the thing is this. When news comes out, the buyers and sellers show up. Kava, you could see right here, all of a sudden had a buyer hovering right around here, around 83. So the thing I look at is this, because this is where the numbers are. Look at all these 3-digit numbers, right? A lot of 3-digit numbers. You're like, that, you know, you could see there's a price at every penny. But what you need to focus on is the 4 and the 5-digit number right there, which is this number right there. So if the stock was going down, what's going to prevent it from going lower? Buyers. Where do I see the biggest buyer out here on Kava? Hovering right around 94.69. What do you think is going to happen when we get to that number? I don't know about you, but right there, hit it, went back up, hit it, went right back. So from hit that 94.60, and from 94.60 an hour later, now you're back to 101. How did you not know that? Well, you're not supposed to, other than seeing what everyone else is doing by looking at the right of the chart. Armin, I'm going to show you where to get level 3. Okay, I'll show you where to get. We didn't get there yet. Okay, but I want to ask Armin and all of you guys a question. Did I lose anybody yet? No. Carmen, no. Brad, no. Bill, what about you? I didn't hear from you. Bernstein, I didn't hear from you. Charles, who we got here? Dr. Don, what about you? Did I lose you guys yet? Larry, what about you? Lewis, I'm going down the list right here. Listen, fellow traders, I am not here to entertain you. Okay, I'm here to educate you why trading is a 90% failure rate. And it really is. It's a huge, huge failure rate. All right. So the thing is this. I'm here to show you that if this is the greatest job in the world, I personally think so. I've learned a very nice life. My family runs a very nice life. You probably learned that even going through COVID. How did you not, and I know a lot of you here are doing this. Some of you are retired. Some of you want to take financial matters in your own hands, but you got to play the game. You got to know how to play it. And this is the game, how we play it. We just follow the orders. Now, what about resistance? Let's look at another example. Okay, so the tariffs obviously has been really good on Intel. Why? Because Intel's a U.S. company. Why? Intel really has a lot of their headquarters here. So Intel hasn't gone absolutely zero, hasn't gone anywhere, but the tariffs did help it. But is that is that a news thing or is that a supply and demand thing? Well, the thing is this, nothing goes up forever, right? And and I know you've been there and you've done it. You've saw stocks. You wish you should have sold them sooner. Maybe they went up fast and you were like, oh, I'm doing great. You got to follow the money. And when we looked at Intel, and we're like, okay, well, it's doing great. But at the end of the day, there's always somebody out there that wants to cash out. There's always program trading. There's always dark pools. And when you look over here and you see the orders, you could see that right about here on the sell side, we had 145,000 share seller out there right here, which is this order right here. Okay. Now we're talking right around 46. So what happened to Intel? Hit the resistance, and now it's on its way down. Okay. And, Deborah, just like you said, yeah, where is it now? Now it's at $24. All right. So you have to ask yourself, where are the buyers? Where are the buyers? And we're going to get to that. But you always have to have a game plan. You see, being in business or just having a conversation with somebody, okay, there are people out there that do they have any common sense? Like, did they even think that was going to happen before they did that? Did they prepare that, if things don't work out, that there's more ways of getting in and out of a bad situation? You know what I mean? I mean, some of you are parents. You try to educate your kids and sometimes you have to let them fall on their face to realize, like, hey, listen, I knew what you were going to do was wrong, but I want you to know you did it wrong. So next time ever happens, you don't do it again. Trading is the same thing. But the issue is people are not understanding it because they keep going back and seeing what's on the left of the chart. It's what's on the right of the chart. It's the orders that control the market. And that's what separates people from, controlling winners and, and getting out of those losers. Let's go look at one more. Let's look at SMCI. This thing was absolutely insane. So this stock had a huge run up. Once again, if you go to, let me bring this up really quick for you. So we were a big fan of SMCI. I'm just going to go on Instagram. And we were a big fan of Instagram for a while. Let me bring it up here. And we go to my reels. And by the way, these are all on TikTok and YouTube also. And you could see, here we go, supercomputers right here. Okay. So this stock right here had a really, really good run. And you could see right here, we were talking about it. We were watching it. You could see in the back screen right there, stock was all the way down around the $20, $30 price range. So there were a lot of big orders that were running the stock up. And let me just bring this over here. So you can add, once again, when you subscribe to the channel, you get to watch it. I want to sit there and show you these videos. But you could see I went from 25 up to 60. And like, damn it, how did I miss that stock? Well, and why didn't I get out of it? Because supercomputers now, obviously, where is it today? Yeah, it took a big hit. You can see supercomputers, once again, it has a lot to do with the AI stock. You can see it went for here 65 and went all the way down to 45 right here. Okay. So why did it do that? Well, when we started getting right around the $65, $66 price range, you started seeing big orders starting to show up. You can see right here on the sell side, right here, you had 285 orders, about 144,000 shares. Now, is that a lot of shares? Well, look at all these other orders out there. 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 3,000, 5,000, 144,000. That's probably, 20 to 50 times more the average trade out there. So yeah, it really is. So now when you look over here, let me clear this out and wonder why that stock make a big drop on me and how would I have not known that? Well, if you saw those orders, you would have got out because look what happened within an hour. It went from 66 down to 57, and that really sucks. And don't tell me it has never happened to some of you because it happens to all of us, the best of us, Now, the thing is, people are like, oh, I know why. It's a double top. It's a teacup. It's a head and shoulder. It's got the 5, green candles, the wick. That is such bullshit. Okay. I don't want to hear that stuff. I'll be honest with you. I hear that people all the time. It sounds good. People really entertaining how to explain it. That's not the reason why it went down. It went down for one reason and one reason only, which all of you guys agree when you first came here. The seller was out there. Period. End the conversation. Now, we call these iceberg orders, fellow traders. Okay. That's what we call them here at Cyber Trading. These are big block orders that you need to find. And if you don't know, find them, well, I came up with the word iceberg order because we all know what happened to the Titanic. And it didn't work out too well for those people. Okay. And you don't want to be on the Titanic. Well, if you want to trade, you better find those iceberg orders. Now, what I like to do is I like to go to the real markets, and I want to show you. And by the way, who here would like to get level 3? Who wants to play around with it? And by the way, this is not my software. Okay, this is directly through the exchange. Wouldn't that be cool? Think about that. I had to pay to get licensed. I had to work for somebody, all to get access to this technology. Today, you don't got to be licensed. You don't got to work for somebody. You don't got to come to New York. Now you can get it your own. Sounds interesting? Well, don't go anywhere because these are 2 big bonuses I'm going to give you in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to give you my book, and I'm going to show you where to get access to level 3. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about right now before I go to markets is one more level I want to talk about is level 4. And I just want to abbreviate. I think I showed you just a very simple version of it. And we're going to talk about this when I invite you in my trading room. But this is level 4. And let me see if I had something good here I could show you. So level 4 is right here. And basically, envision this. Here's level 3, and those are all the numbers. And now what you're seeing it is on a heat map. That's basically what it is. So for some of you that don't like the numbers and they look a little confusing, that's okay. But I'll show you where to get this data, where now if you want to implement it into a chart, so if you got like Thinkorswim or, or any of the big brand name stocks, so Schwab, you can get this on there too. So I'll talk about that later. All right. But what I want to do is I really want to get to getting you guys registered because you guys have just been absolutely awesome. I love the ways you guys are commenting. I love you guys are asking questions. I think I got everyone's attention here. You see, I'm not wasting my time. So what I'm looking for is if you're somebody that is serious about trading and you want to be part of the team and don't have the luxury to live in New York and work for somebody, well, that's what I'm looking for. All right. But before we do that, make sure you do subscribe to my channel. All right. And, that would be the most important thing. Actually, what I want to do is let me write something down here. I just want to write something down here. Okay. That's it. All right. We'll post that link up there. But on those videos, you'll get to see a lot of these stocks, how they build iceberg orders. I'll have some really good short videos on it. Subscribe to YouTube and Instagram. Okay, well, thank you. There you go, Matt. Thank you very much. All right. And we're also on X, and we're also on Telegram. So make sure Rich, maybe you could post those links up there for them. If anyone wants to click on it, let's get those links up there for them. For anybody here wants to sign up. The Telegram, Gerald, let's put that. Telegram's pretty cool because what we do here on Telegram, let me just show you. In our trading room, right here, all these stocks that we trade, and we'll put links up there. You'll get all these. We'll give you the stock earnings. We'll give you the watch list, all that stuff. And what's really cool about Telegram, and by the way, we will never, ever message you in Telegram, okay? So it's a pretty cool thing. So let me see. Do I have it up here? So you'll see like on Telegram, you'll get our alerts. Like, here we go. Like here's a trade state. You see, like you'll get alerts on the phone. You guys could see it right there. So you get it on your phone, which is pretty cool. It tells you like what's going on with the stock and so on. All right, good. All right. Anyway, but we're gonna do better than that. We're gonna do better than that. What I want to do is I want to invite you guys into the trading room. That's really what I want to do. I know that's what you guys want to see because we do practice what we preach, which a lot of people don't do. But we're not here to give you videos. We're not here to be on a message board. We want you to get involved. And this is why Cyber Trade University, which, by the way, you'll probably never hear from anyone in any school in the industry. We are endorsed by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. Companies like Nasdaq, Metastock, Charles Schwab, TradeStation, Thinkorswim, okay? I don't. And by the way, just to let everybody know, if you're ever going to get educated, make sure they're endorsed by brokerage firms. Believe me, their compliance department will never recommend anyone that, that has been in trouble, indicted, and I hate to say that because there are some bad actors in any business, but just make sure they've been endorsed by them. Also, go check out their Google reviews. Cyber Trade University is probably the only school that you'll find as a 5-star Google review than any school in the industry. And by the way, if you don't see any Google reviews, that means that the school was so bad they took it down. Okay, so everyone has Google reviews. All right, and by the way, and be careful of Trustpilot because you could buy reviews from them. Just let you know. Also, another great thing. Anyone a fan of AI? ChatGPT ranked us #1 school in the industry. So if AI is picking us up, then obviously we must be doing something good. We will rank higher than Humble Trader, Bears and Bulls, Investor Underground, all of them. All right. So what I've done over the years, I started a live trading room, and I want to invite all of you guys to come in there because I think that's the most important thing. I want to give you the videos. I want to give you my book. I want to give you access to level 3. I want to give you all that stuff. Okay. All that stuff, because my goal is, if you're serious about trading and you think that you want to be part of a team, this is going to be your chance. So this is all I'm asking for, okay, is a $9 trial. That's it, $9. Now, the reason why I charge $9, I could do it for free. Listen, we got over 100 people here. I could do it for free, and I know all of you guys will do it, but I feel that every time we did that in the past, no one takes it seriously. It's free. If I come, I'll show up, whatever it is. Now, you know what? $9. I'll give you money back at the end of the week. You get 1 week trial in the trading room. Deborah, you already registered? I'll look forward to it. Thank you, Deborah. Great. You've been enjoying it? You've been in the room so far, Deborah? I don't know if you've been in the room so far. But I don't know if when you registered, but for $9, you're going to get all this great stuff, okay? You're going to get live audio commentary in the room, okay? We do it all day. You're going to get access to the traders and every trade that we do. You're going to get access to the all the workshops that we do. All right. We do workshops like Traders Talk over the course of the day. I mean, and this is all live stuff. Okay. You're not going to be on a message board, put a chat, wait for Fausto or anyone to answer you back. We don't do that. This is all live. Okay. We do podcasts with some of the best gurus in the industry. You're going to love that. All for $9. Now, like I said, I don't need your $9. The $9 just tells me you're a real person or not. All right. That's the only reason why. It's all it does. And to answer your question before, someone asked me, we do not do auto pay. Absolutely not. Okay. We do not. I don't need you. Listen, I have a reputation. I don't want the people feeling like, oh, I want to get charged. We're not going to charge you anything. The only thing you'll be paying is $9, as an application fee to let us know if you're serious or not. That's it. Okay. And honestly, fellow traders, and don't take this the wrong way, if I didn't press you so far, if you can't afford $9, you really can't afford to trade. Okay. So these are all the things you're going to get. Workshops, traders library. Oh, one last thing I want to throw in as a gift. One last bonus. If you register, which is absolutely unheard of, I will personally give you a phone call. Okay. You'll get a free coaching class with me for $9. Okay. I know people pay thousands to talk to anybody. They're like, wow, I wish I could have spoke to, I spent thousands of taking a course with somebody. I never even spoken to the owner. You're going to get it for $9. Let me tell you what my invested interest is. If I need to make sure that you're really qualified for it. Listen, it's like a doctor, you're not going to do surgery without talking to the surgeon first, right? Even though, and the thing is, you need to know if it's for you or not. And all it's going to take, you're going to get all this great stuff for $9. So pick up the phone, take your phone, scan the QR code, or go to that link. Now, a couple of questions came across here. If I register for US $9, when will I start? Okay, so Gerard, you could start whenever you want. Personally, this is how it works. As soon as you register, we're going to ask you 5 questions. The 5 questions is just lets us know a little bit about you. Just let us know who's your broker, were you ever trained before, and like what kind of trading you're doing. And then you'll be able to, the next page, you'll be able to book an appointment. You're going to talk to our staff. We want you to have one of the big things we're very well known for is customer service. I am very big when it comes to customer service. So you're all going to talk to my staff. They're going to walk you through the portal page. They're going to show you what you're going to get, all this great stuff, everything. Okay. So, if you want to start today, you should waste no time. You want to start on Monday, you could do that too, but start whenever you're ready. Gerard says, I'm aboard. Well, Gerard, I look forward to have you on there. Does it apply for futures markets? Tom, yes, it does. It applies for options, futures, stocks, everything. Absolutely. And by the way, just let everybody know that if you're not making money on one type of exchange, maybe it's time to change too. And we'll talk about that. All right. Now, just a couple of shout outs really quick. We got a couple of people just registered right now. Just want to do a shout out. Who's this right here? Rosie, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Look forward to teaching you. Who's this person right here? I don't want to mangle the name. I'm going to skip it. Lynn, got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. Who else we got here that just registered? John, got your registration. Look forward to it. All right. Any questions? Any other questions? By the way, you also got the phone number. Which is amazing. You could call us too. You know what I mean? We have a number standing by. I don't know why I can't click it. You can put our phone number up there too. I don't know why it's not up here, but it'll be a lot faster if you just register online. So it basically take you 2 seconds. Yeah, there's our number right there. Thanks a lot for sharing that. All right. Any other questions, by the way, fellow traders? Think about this. When's the last time you did a trade and you feel like somebody's watching you? Right? You're like, I don't understand. I feel like somebody's watching me. Every time I get in, the stock goes down. And every time I get out, the stock goes up. Well, you know what? Don't worry about it. We're going to fix that problem. We're going to fix it. It's all about following the money. That's where it comes into play. Brad, is that you? There you go. Brad Nicholson, just got your registration. All right. Guys, listen, I got to go. Okay. I want to get back to the trading, but there are over almost 100 people here today. I personally feel that I don't know why no one here, not every single one of you are not registering. What's the worst thing could happen? That you learn something? Think what you've learned here being in an hour. Imagine if you were here for one whole week. One whole week. You get to see everything. You get access to everything. Listen, trading is one of the best jobs in the world, but you're not going to be successful at it by watching YouTube channels. Okay. I want you to be a subscriber to my channels and I want you to see those things, but you know what? Why not sit there? Wouldn't it be great if someone could actually talk to you and explain it to you why it's actually happening? And it's not like you're coming out and dishing out thousands of dollars. All you're dishing is $9. That is it. And you're going to get my book, which is a $47 value. And you're getting, I'm going to give you the Nasdaq book viewer, but I don't want to give you the link until you register because you'll actually do more harm than good. You know, it's because I'm going to give you 2 videos, which are about 5 minutes long, show you where to download it, the proper one, because you might download the wrong one, and also how to set up the defaults, because you're going to look at it and be like, I don't understand. There's like 15 columns. Well, I'll show you how you only need the 3. All right. Any other questions? Thomas just put in the chat. Tom, thank you very much for sharing that. I hope everyone sees this. I mean, the man personally called me. He's a man of his word. I was shocked that he even called me. He owns his huge company and he took the time to call me. Well, Tom, thank you very much. And Tom, you know, that was great. And by the way, Tom, enjoy your trip. And I know you're going to be going away for a little bit, Tom. It was great talking to you also. We had a great conversation. And Tom, you're right. You know what? I know it's not the money, you know, it's the time that you got to put in, right, Tom? Like, think about it. You don't want to be, how many of you here have taken a class and, you know, and want to make it work, but you feel like you don't know if people are going to take you seriously. So listen, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 53 years old. You know, I've been doing this for 35 years. I've seen too many of you blow up your account or get involved with the wrong person. And sometimes it's just easier to just, you know, knowing if it's for you or not. I mean, wouldn't you want someone to tell you if you could do this successfully and what's the right way to do it, than going out there and blowing up your account? It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. A couple other people, I got to go, fellow traders. One last time, take your phone, scan the QR code or click on that link. Brad Nelson, I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Gary Barchett, is that you, Gary? Just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Now, please make sure when we ask you those questions, please answer them the best you can. The better you answer them, the better we'll be able to answer those for you. All right. A couple of people here also just registered. Oh, no, that's something else. I'm getting a couple of questions. I got a question that came in here on an email. Someone was asking me, what brokerage firm should I have when I trade? Let me explain to you about brokerage accounts. That's the least of your problems. Let me ask you something. Anybody here have kids? You ever hear when your kid got a driver's license? Oh, Dad, I got my driver's license. I got to get my driver's license, but I want to buy a Porsche. I'm like, how do you know what car you even need? You don't even know how to drive the damn car. So the thing is this: don't worry about brokerage accounts right now. That's the least of your problems. You're not going to be trading. You're only going to hear to watch. Okay. So we'll worry about that later because we do a lot of education for a lot of brokerage firms. Some of you can open accounts with them because you can't, different parts of the world, different parts of rules, regulations. We're going to cover all that good stuff. Let's just worry about $9 first. We'll worry about that other stuff later. And let me tell you something. I do not work for these brokerage firms. Okay. I am brokerage firm independent. I'm very, very neutral. So, and I do that because everyone here is a case-by-case basis. A couple more people just registered. Carmela, is that you? Carmela Herbert, I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Thanks for your $9 contribution. Carmine, that's you. Are you Italian? Valentini, is that you? All right. Another Paisan. Got a lot of, I mean, you got Tom. Tom was also, that's in there, was Italian. All right. Welcome aboard. Juliet from Canada. By the way, if you're from Canada, we got probably 20% of our traders all Canadian. Okay, you're going to have a great time. I know you guys have another big issue on your part about brokerage firms and ticket charges and all that stuff. We got that taken care of. I've been going to Canada for almost 30 years now. I've been beautiful country. Love it. All right, traders. Michael Conley just got your registration. By the way, these are you can see the people registering right here. There's Michael, there's Carmen, all you guys right here just registering, so I'm not making this stuff up. All right, don't want to put that too long because I want to really give up their email address. All right, just let you know they are registered. Anyone else? Any last minute questions? Gerard says, Carmela actually is my wife, named because need the credit card. Oh, okay, no problem, Gerard. No problem. Any other questions? Renee, Renee just posted up a nice little comment right there. Renee, let me tell you, Renee, where are you? You're in New York, Renee? Manhattan? I mean, I didn't know you were here. Renee was one of our students. She's actually probably the most well-known, what does she do? She does a tour guide. And she remembers here, Renee actually did a tour guide. We did a tour of the New York Stock Exchange. I invited all my students down there. We did a tour, which was probably the hardest thing of them all. We did a tour of the Federal Reserve. We saw about $1 trillion worth of gold. Remember that, Renee? These are things that we do for our students when you're students of ours. We went up to the Freedom Tower. We had a great dinner. I'm a big foodie, so just an unbelievable job. She's, and by the way, these are, and you know what? She did it for free because she's been I've done so much for my traders that sometimes you guys want to give me back. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? If you could do that, it's great. And the students loved her. She was awesome. All right. Nicholas, I just got your registration. Arduro, is that you? Got your registration. Welcome aboard. Absolutely fantastic. By the way, Rich, could you copy that? Because she has it on panelists. Nobody can read what she's writing. So you have to copy and paste what she's got in there. I don't know why we have it locked on. We do that because some people we get, we want to be careful what people write in here. But when you're a student, you'll be able to see it all. All right. All right, traders. I got to go. Last chance. Register. And don't forget to book your appointment. So I do talk to you. But I will not, I'm telling you right now, I will not speak to any of you unless if you're not in the room. Because then we don't know what to talk about. So you got to be in the trading room. Try to be there the first hour of the open, the last hour of the close. You want to be in the most volatile times of the market so you can see the action. Don't lock yourself in the middle of the day because you're going to, most of the action happens at that time of the day. But try to be there as much as possible. I like to see you in there. I like to do my appointments more on a Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. Give you a few days to be in there. Some days are good, some days are bad. Whatever it is, some things happen. Mondays are usually, come back from the weekend. Nothing really great happens, but want you there when stuff happens, and we'll have a great conversation. And believe me, you're going to learn more being in that trading room than you probably ever learned in every trade that you've done. I can almost guarantee you that. And how am I going to guarantee you that? I'll give you $9 back if it doesn't work out. I got to go, fellow traders. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the trading room. Trade safe, everyone. And thanks for listening. And don't forget to watch those short videos and YouTube videos and subscribe to those channels. All right, guys? See you all in the trading room. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Bye-bye.